Morning everyone, welcome back to another CYT Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and we're going to be talking about the markets today, just a general kind of markets, looking at the overall markets, and we'll be talking about a couple of news stories that have been interesting over the last 24 hours and talking about your stuff, whatever you want to talk about. So it's all about you, but remember and crush those likes. Everyone, if you've just joined us, crush the likes, subscribe to the channel as well and hit the notifications bell. If you're new here, type in new in the comments just now. Also, let me know how you're doing with your portfolio just now. How is your portfolio looking in crypto? I know a lot of us, the portfolio has been down, way down if you've been in it since February, kind of January, February time. But how's your portfolio looking just now? Obviously, we're trying to figure out ways at CYT-Crypto in the premium channel how to kind of get trades that are kind of good, and we'll get 10% on each trade. We're doing that. It's difficult in a market like this. Not just because it's a bear market, because Bitcoin is so volatile just now. It's up and down all the time. So when we make a call, Bitcoin price falls, drags down all the alts. And then when it goes back up again, make a call and kind of prices come down again. But there's been a few good calls recently that people have made good money on, over 10% on, which is good. So we'll be looking at Bitcoin price as well. But I'm just going to see if we're live and if we've got anybody in the house. Yes, we have. Excellent. So I'm just going to jump over. Who have we got in the house? Chardan is in the house. Welcome to you. Good to see you, buddy. We've got a Deb Van Din, a brilliant admin. JC Stander is here. Bernard Ronald, Stephen King, Lucas Selassie, Chris Noble is in. Philly W, Monica, Peter Harding, Peter J at Verhagen is in the house as well. Gaelic Kuhn, Dean is in. Rob UK, another one of our brilliant admins. IoT Financial, Tony Pettit, Mike Cryptical, Dominic, Davey Stew, another one of our brilliant admins. We've got some amazing admins here. Marty and Sonia, thanks for your message yesterday as well. Martin and Sonia. I keep saying Marty and Sonia, it's Martin and Sonia. Pointed out that I kind of made a mistake in the report that I'd done the other day. Thanks for that, Martin and Sonia, or Sonia. Mixter Oz is in. Cole Phillips is in. Welcome back, Cole. Good to see you here. Gethin Davis, good to see you back. Ajmal Salim, good morning to you. Andy Grant is in. And C. Debbie Claydon is back with us. Welcome to you, Debbie. Mac Paulin is back with us. Stu Johnson, Douglas Watson, Rocco Guerra, Scott Greenplate. Welcome to you, everybody. John Warburton has joined us. I just see kind of names here that are just popping in. So it's good to see everybody. So let's first look at the markets overall, and then we'll take a look at a few coins and what you want to talk about as well. If you've got any questions, just let me know. Okay, market capitalization overall is down to $244 billion just now, and Bitcoin dominance has gone up again to 42.6%. That means people are coming out of alts. So it's not looking good for the alts just now. Bitcoin price is $6,092 at the moment. So kind of did go up yesterday with the news that Tether had released $250 million worth of USDT, which usually means there's a jump in price with Bitcoin. And I was saying last night to the premium group that I thought it was going to go back down again. And it did. It went down to about 5,999 before bouncing back up. So we'll need to see where it goes today. Ethereum $434 at the moment. Crazy prices. EOS is down to $7.58. I've no doubt that EOS is going to be a brilliant long-term play, and maybe a short-term play as well. There should be a spike soon, hopefully, in EOS. Same with Litecoin as well, $76.52. And so there's a lot of coins in the red today. So we're just going to see who's the top. Nebulous is in there at $5.12. At the moment, 12%, that's the only double-digit one. Monaco, which we called a couple of days ago, as well, 9.2% up again. QTIM is up, Bitcoin Diamond, Cortex, Monero, True USD, we can't count that, or Tether. So there's only 6% of the top 100 coins are in the green, just in the green, some of them as well. So it's another red day, unfortunately. So it's not so good for the markets today. Who's the top loser? Populous. That kind of went up yesterday, but it's just kind of shot back down again. Wakey Chain is down again. Veritasium down again. OneChain, Cybermiles, Basic Attention, Bitcoin Private, Walton Chain, Loom Network, all in kind of near double digits as well. So it's not looking brilliant just now, to be honest, in the markets. Everybody's just waiting on this Bitcoin price stabilization, or they're looking for another fall before it bounces right back up, and then we go up to $10,000 kind of dollars, $20,000 for the end of the year, whatever you think it's going to be. But we need some kind of stabilization. It's not happening just now. It really is a pain just now, but there's still trading opportunities there. So what we'll do, we'll just look at the Bitcoin price just now. We'll just go over to the main store and look at Bitcoin price. So we'll go USDT, BINA, Bitcoin. So where's it going just now? We'll just load up the charts and we can look at MACD charts. Okay, so we'll zoom in here. So this is on the 6-hourly chart. And I noticed on the 6-hourly chart there's a kind of a wedge forming, an ascending wedge forming. We'll just kind of draw that in just now for you. Just put it in green. So do it from round about here. And we'll go to here. So it's getting smaller chart just now, so we'll look at that and then put another price in and we'll look at the kind of ascending wedge, and I'll kind of show you what I mean by that. Okay, so you can see here, if we kind of zoom in, that the price has gone up obviously from the low of about $5,800, even lower than that, to be honest. So we'll just kind of change that a wee bit, and we're going to take it from the wick. It gives us a more accurate picture. So you can see here the price just now, 6,068. If we break down on the 6-hour candle below say 6,026 or something, then it looks as if we're going to break that pattern and fall below, maybe go back down to $5,800. If we can get up to around about 6,270, 2,000, round about that mark, 2,270. If we break that, then we've kind of broke out that wedge, and that means that would be a good sign for Bitcoin price going up. But at the moment, it's at the lower kind of end of the trend line. At the moment, I'd be much happier if it was round about here, 6,150 or something, but it's not just now. So we could fall further, so we just need to keep a close eye on this kind of Bitcoin price. I'm just going to get rid of the Bollinger Bands just now. Get rid of them. It kind of clears that up. And these are the EMA lines as well. It doesn't look good on the charts for Bitcoin just now. On EMA lines, we'll just look at... No, it doesn't even look good on the hourly chart for that. But we've had a few green candles on the hourly chart. Red candle, the last one, and this one as well is turning into a green candle just now. But so we just really need to wait and see what this Bitcoin price, if it's going to stabilize or not. Okay, just go back to chat. BCN, give me your thoughts. Douglas Watson, we'll kind of look at that in a wee second. Lucas, good morning. Pundia, US doing okay. Pundia is doing okay. I think because Pundia X might be going up, we'll have a wee look at that as well. Might be going up because of the airdrop that's coming up. We'll see where it's at just now. It's come back down to 86, so it did go as high as 92, but it's come back down again to 86. So it might be a good buying opportunity for Pundia X. I did get out of Pundia X to get into DIG, as I said. I mentioned that yesterday. So I've gone to DIG, I think it was about 2 or 3 days ago now. And we'll just have a look at the DIG chart as well. And this is a purely speculative. Let's get rid of these. Just kind of doing some experimenting there. So DIG has gone back up to 2,775, and just now it has been as high as 2,992. So we need to wait. This is purely speculative, and I didn't call it as such. I just mentioned it in the premium group, and a lot of people jumped in on it. And you can see here, if you look at the 6-hour chart, which this is on, if I'd seen this earlier, we could have got in to DIG when it was around about 1,700 Satoshi. So we would have had an 80-90% increase, but I didn't. So I was saying about 2,400 and round about kind of this area, 2,490. I kind of looked at it, so it's still in play at the moment. So I need to wait and see what happens. So I might try and call into the conference call tomorrow. They've got a big conference call, and this is what all the hoo-ha is about. And Ronnie Moas keeps on talking about DIG. He kind of put something out yesterday. Let's see what he's saying there. Two times today someone tried to shake out your DIG position. You can see the dumps here. This is called a shakeout. Someone dumping shares without a limit order, creating a panic and then buying back 5 times what is sold. I expect 40 cents on this very soon. Connect the dots. Just see what others are saying on that as well. Too heavily invested, so we should see which Litecoin had stop loss. Yeah, Litecoin, if you bought DIG, Litecoin does not have a stop loss, a stop limit that you can put in, which is a pain. Looks like BTC in January, not necessarily on it. The market sold some today after this move, just in case bought it doesn't pan out. Decided to take some profit. Assumed others did the same. Not everything is a whale scheme. I do hope we get to 40 cents though. I'm still heavily invested. So there's a lot of people heavily invested in this. And it's basically because of Ronnie Moas, and that's how I got into it with his newsletter as well. And his Twitter channel. So I kind of looked into it because the websites are not that good. But I'd looked into kind of DIG and I thought it's worth a punt. And it is, because it is highly speculative. But we're up just now about 15%. It's at 15% or so. And I'll just look at Pundy. So there's a few coins that have come into play today. So ADX is looking good for today. You can see the green candles on the 1 hourly. So that is looking good. That kind of come into play if we're using the 7MA and the 25MA crossover at 5743. But we're using another kind of system for the 3 to 6 strategy. But this system works good as well. But we'll go into the 6 hour, see what it looks like in the 6 hour. Just crossing over just now. You can see that. What was the rise? Rise has been 13%. So to trade it, we'd kind of look at. I need to get out of that. We'd kind of look at the 1 hour chart to find a trading position to get into, and that would have been 5739 for ADX. There's a couple of other ones as well. Blue Zell, that's came into play as well. That might be good for today, but the 3 red candles there on the hourly as well. Fun might be a good one. It's all over the place on the hourly. If we look at the 6 hourly, so it's kind of really up and down just now. On the 6 hourly, it has come into play today. We can see a big spike up when it was 358. There was a big spike up about 36%. And it's came right back down. So this is kind of coming into play just now, 3838 fun. So that might be a good one to get into today as well. MCO, we've called this a couple of days ago, and you can see the kind of price rise since then. It's still in play, it's still looking good, and it's a strong one. It's been a strong one since we called it. I think we called it about 75,000, 77,000 or so, 77,500. So we called it round about here. And it's gone up, so I don't know how much has that gone up since we called it. So I don't know if any of the premium members got on in that, but you'd had a 21% increase just now. Obviously, if you put in stop losses, you might have got stopped out on, kind of on the way back down if you're kind of setting that stop loss. So that looks a good one as well. There's another. Qtum is, I don't know, that's not so good. Theta is still gone up just now. We've called that as well on the 6 hourly. And XMR, we've called that as well. That's been a good one since we called it out as well, about 1.8 million Satoshi, round about that price, and it's still gone up just now, 2.1 million. So what's the price? What price did we call it? About 1.85, I believe. Something. Yeah, 12% rise. I hate that on Coinigy when you just can't get off that. Okay, so that's looking good just now as well. So that's a few coins that are in play just now. But obviously check the Bitcoin price as well. That's the DIG price. DIG price has gone back up again, 2788. USDT, BINA, BTC. So we just need to keep a close eye on this Bitcoin price, 6069. To me, it looks as if it wants to kind of break down to the lower side. It might reach 5,800 again, but we need to wait and see. Oh, BCN. Somebody asked about BCN. So look at BCN. 42 just now. It's near its all-time low on Binance. We'll look at HitBTC because it's been longer on HitBTC. And we'll look at the kind of daily chart on it. So it's not its all-time low, it's 42. Its all-time low on HitBTC was round about, wasn't it? Kind of going back to 2017, 15. But you can see it's way off its kind of all-time high. We'll not look at the wick, but its all-time high closing was 166. So if you got in just now and it gets back to its all-time high of 166, you're talking a 300% increase, 400% increase from there. And I still think BCN is going to be a good trading coin once the market stabilizes. And it's going to be pure speculation. I don't think it's because of the team or the actual project itself. I think it's just pure speculation it's going to be in, and traders are going to get in. So it might be a good time to get in, but according to the charts, definitely not a good time to get in. We'll look at the hourly chart on BCN. Still not a good time to get in. But yeah, it's not looking good for BCN at the moment. Chris Cash, morning Steve, at last Nebulous listed on Binance. Yes, so we'll look at Binance just now. Just go to Binance, get rid of that. It's still on slow for me. Right, 1 second, I need to refresh this. Right, so you can see here Binance will list Nebulous on the 28th, which is tomorrow, which is good. Nebulous, I've been in and out of Nebulous before and think it's a good one. Binance will support NPX monthly token. Just see, oh, that's kind of old news. So that's just to confirm that Binance are going to support the airdrop, the monthly airdrop token on that, which is good. Binance lists self-key as well. So there was a few people talking about self-key the other day, so it's listing self-key as well, which is key. So it's a good thing for the key project as well. So it's looking good. I'm just going to see if there's any others. Binance supports Ven, which we've seen as well. Community Coin Round 7. We've seen all that. So that's the latest on Binance just now. So it's listing Nebulous and self-key as well. And a couple of people have spoke about self-key in the past as well. Douglas Watson, am I wrong in thinking that TRX and ADA could be the most underpriced coins in top 20? I think you could have a point there. ADA has not done well for a long time, and I think it's due kind of a run up once the market stabilizes. Once Bitcoin price stabilizes, I think it's due a run up. We're near kind of a recent all-time low, and we are at a kind of recent all-time low. We'll just look at the kind of daily chart on ADA just now. So kind of the next support line is 1871, round about that time. And recent, kind of we're looking at recent kind of TA, but it's not its all-time low. Its all-time low is round about 549 Satoshi. But I don't think it's going to get to that, but the next support line there is round about that price, 1871 or so for Cardano. So we need to wait and see for that, but I think it's very underpriced. Tron. Where is Tron at the moment? Tron's still going down just now as well. It's starting to pick back up at the moment. This is on the daily chart, so we're up at 636. So where would be... Okay, so we had a resistance line round about 636, so this could turn into a support line. We're talking round about here. If you look at here, we'll kind of see from here onwards. Let's make that straight. So we can see there was a previous kind of resistance there, and it bounced back up and broke that resistance, so that might now become a support line round about this price. So this might be a good price to get in on Tron. So round about that price just now. So it's going back up just now, 636. So it might be time for a bounce for Tron. But according to the charts, just looking at the charts on their own, not a good time at the moment. And we'll go to put the MACD all in. Don't know why I called it the MACD. Yeah, even on the hourly chart, 7MA is not crossed. Oh, that's the 6 hourly chart. I'll just look at the hourly chart, see if it's crossed over. And we'll go to TRX again. So it's still not crossed over on the hourly chart, but there might be other indications that we can look at the 3 to 6 strategy that's crossed over on. So it might just be crossing over in the next 6 hours, and on Binance that will be in about 5 hours time. It tells us there. That's the 1 hourly. But yeah, so it might be a good time to get in Tron. So this might be the support for it round about this 636 kind of price level. So I need to wait and see what happens with that. But Tron, I think, is long term. I think it is underpriced, and a lot of people don't like Tron as well. Lucas Selassie, hello Mark, that still cracks me up. Nuke the likes. Mark Innes saying nuke the likes. Yes, nuke the likes. Crush the likes, everybody. Crush the likes. Chris Cash, morning Steve. At last Nebula. All right, we've seen that. Buy the hype, sell the news. Davey Stewie. Jacobus, morning all. A threat to Pundy is Monarch token, basically an app that does the same thing. I suggest keeping an eye on that. Never seen Monarch token, might take a wee look at that. What time we're on, 9 o'clock. So I just wanted to look at some news as well. So this was a kind of piece of news that I found interesting as well. Andreas Horowitz is launching a 300 million crypto fund, plans to hodl. So one of Silicon Valley's most prolific VC firms has launched a 300 million crypto fund, something which was not surprising considering the fact they had job postings that correlated with a crypto fund back in April. Apart from this, they've also had the first ever female general partner, Katie Hon, a former federal prosecutor who spearheaded the bust of famed darknet marketplace Silk Road. So that could be good. So it's named the A16Z, has historically been involved in cryptocurrency to great lengths with board member and general partner Balaj Srinivasan and running earn.com. So that, to me, that's good news. As well, they're setting up a fund, a crypto fund. I think that could be good. So we need to wait and see what happens with that, and if the public can get in it, or it's just going to be big time kind of traders that's in that as well. So I thought that was good news. This to me was really interesting because my other business is kind of based on Facebook. So Facebook backpedals, reverses ban on cryptocurrency ads. So Facebook has announced it's reversing. So we'll just kind of take a look at this. And I thought they have to do this. It was crazy to do this, to be honest. So this was yesterday an announcement. Updates to a prohibited financial products and services policy. In January, we announced a new policy to prohibit ads that promote financial products and services that are frequently associated with misleading or deceptive promotional practices, such as binary options, initial coin offerings, and cryptocurrency. So they're kind of reversing that trend just now. And what they've got, if you kind of go over to that, if you're an advertiser on Facebook, you now have to apply to advertise your cryptocurrency products. So I've applied already. I applied yesterday when the announcement came out. Because obviously I've got a cryptocurrency product, so and I'd love to promote it on Facebook because I've got 4 million followers on Facebook, and I can use those followers to kind of advertise to as well. Depends on how you advertise. See if anybody's interested in a crypto currency program or the monthly program as well. So that's good news. You're still not going to be able to do ICOs on it. You're not be able to do that, but if you've got a product or a service or a cryptocurrency channel or something like that, you're going to be able to advertise. So this is going to be really good if I was to set up a channel on Facebook. I've not got one. I've got a group on Facebook, but I've not got an actual page on Facebook, but it could be good for that as well. So I'll certainly be utilising that as well. I just thought that was good news. And I wonder, Google, are they going to follow suit? I would imagine they'll follow suit very soon as well. It's crazy not to. They could make a lot of money from this, so it's crazy not to kind of do that. I was just kind of looking at this just very quickly. 20%, Japan's finance minister ponders crypto tax policy change. So Japan's Minister of Finance has discussed the possibility of changing the country's current capital gains policy, which sees crypto investors face between 15 and 55% in taxes. So that could be a good thing for Japan as well. Any legislation to change the rules to newly proposed classification could lower taxes to around 20%. The same slab enforced on profits from stocks and foreign exchange trading. So things are changing. This is why I find this interesting. Things are changing at a government level as well. So we're getting towards that tipping point that I've been talking about for a while. And if we can get to that tipping point where like the government and the institutional investors come in, and then the public start to get in on it as well, just like the stocks and shares. Everybody knows about stocks and shares. A lot of people are into it as well, and the exchange traded funds. We're kind of reaching a tipping point, and in the next, I feel it's going to be the next month or two that this is the time that we're going to shoot back up, and there's that tipping point, because just now Bitcoin is speculative. It is not being used as a store of value at the moment. It's not being used as a cryptocurrency or a currency as it should be. It's being used as for speculation, and this is why the price is so volatile just now. Nobody's using it. Nobody's really using Bitcoin to buy things, to pay for things. They're using it for speculation, to make money. That's what it's about. So when we can get past that and we actually start using the cryptocurrency, that's when it's going to become a store of value, and the governments are going to be really interested in it as well. And it could be that the currency is backed by Bitcoin, something like that in the future. That's kind of thinking way out in the future as well. But it just makes much more economic sense to use Bitcoin as the kind of major currency and around the world for all governments as well. And we'll start to see that already happening. So I thought that was news as well. South Africa gets its first Bitcoin ATM. Another piece of news that kind of shows we're going towards that tipping point. So I thought that was quite interesting as well. It's not a great story per se, but I just thought it was a good one for South Africa to get its first Bitcoin ATM. Okay, Juan, hi Steve, do you think we're bottom BTC at 6k, and what do you think about PundiX? PundiX I think is a brilliant long-term one because it's getting the masses into cryptocurrency, and they've got their kind of machines out as well. I think they've got 20,000 out already, and they've put more into production. I think it's a brilliant long-term play, plus the 7.32%. I just think it's a no-brainer. At these prices just now for PundiX, I think it's a kind of no-brainer just now, and we'll all be kicking ourselves when PundiX kind of starts to shoot back up again. So where is that at the moment? 87. So I do think we'll get to recent all-time highs relatively quickly once the market stabilizes and Bitcoin goes back up. So I do think we'll get to the 120 Satoshi, 150 Satoshi and beyond that. We'll just look at CoinCodex just now and see what the market capitalization is. It's around about 370 million, sorry, not billion, in PXS. Where's the market capitalization? 323 million. So I think this is easily a $1 billion company if they can get all the products out and all the point of sale machines as well, and people start to actually use them, shops actually start to use them. So I think there'll be a big push on that. There'll be a big marketing push in the future as well. But I think we can easily see 1.5 cents again, which it has been previously. If we look at the last kind of month or so, what we're up to 1.32. It was higher than that actually on the wick. We've got a higher 1.37. 1.31. So I definitely think PundiX is going to go high, and I think it's good. It's definitely a good call for the long term as well. Have I missed a few comments? Oh, that was one, right? I was trying to see where it was. Honest Crypto Journey from Edinburgh. I'm late to the party today. What did I miss? Didn't miss anything. I didn't really miss anything on his crypto journey. Christopher Dalson, what are your thoughts on BABB's airdrop once crowd sale is done? Do you think investors will sell coins there for lowering price? It depends on how much they're going to actually give. I don't think they've come out and stated how much they're going to give for the airdrop. For that, I know if you bought into the kind of crowd sale, you're going to get 40 backs for every pound that you put in. But I don't know about the airdrop. If they come out and said about the airdrop, how much they're going to give for that? I don't think so. I don't think so, because I think what's going to happen, we'll just look at BABB just now. I think what's going to happen, just see where they are with the crowdfunding. £717,000 just now, so they're nearly halfway there with the crowd sale just now. Join now, it's quick, free and easy. Yeah, I think we're going to get this, or BABB are going to get this. There's still about 59 days left for this, so I don't think it's going to be an issue for them to get this. I just hope they get it sooner rather than later. I hope it's not the full 59 days it goes to term, because it'd be good. And I think once they get this, I think they're going to announce shortly afterwards that they're going to have their first banking license. That's my thoughts, that's my own opinion. Obviously do your own research. Nobody's told me that from the BABB team or anything like that. But that's what I think is going to happen once they get this crowd sale and once they get the £1.5 million that they're looking for. I don't think once the airdrop happens, I don't think people are going to sell. If it's me, well, it is me obviously as well, I'm involved in it. I think we are going to hodl. I think there's a lot of kind of ambassadors for BABB in the BABB group. So no, I don't see it affecting the price that much, to be honest. David Schwartz, good day to you as well. Brad Welsh, game credits, what do you think? I've never looked at that, what time we're on. I might take a wee look at it. Mac Pollen. And do you know Mana Crypto, and what about G20 in July, regulation of cryptos, if yes, trillions will pop in? We'll need to wait and see what happens with that as well. I don't think it's going to be big on the agenda for G20, but we'll need to wait and see what happens. Good morning to you, Andreas. Crunks Creation, morning brother. Petrova Baby, new exchange this week. Petrova, there's been a lot of kind of FUD and noise about Petrova, and a lot of people have written to me to warn about Petrova, so you have to be really careful. Do your own research if you're going into Petrova as well, because I don't know enough about it, if I'm being really honest, so definitely do your own research on that, and just have to be careful. We know Petrova price is really kind of way down just now. We're just looking coin market cap, where it is. Petrova. It's gone up 16%. It's still at 1 Satoshi. It's just gone into the 1 Satoshi level just now. So it could be good from here. For me, it would be a speculation. It would be a speculative kind of punt on that. If I'm being really honest, it would be very speculative. But when you see the price has gone down so much, and you look at it and you go, this could be really good. It could jump up easily 100, 200, 300%. If enough people get into it, but for the long-term investment, I just don't know. I don't know enough about it, being really honest. Crunks, who's giving the thumbs down? EFF, whoever it is, always get thumbs down as soon as I go on live. There's a couple of people just put the thumbs down. That's cool. That's up to them. Daniel, hello Steve, have you heard of Carrot Gold, KBC? Any thought about it? They claim to be the biggest ICO ever. It's backed by gold. That's kind of what Dig are doing just now. Dignity is backed by kind of gold bullion as well, and this is what the big hoo-ha is about just now. So it sounds like it's something similar to that as well. Stephen Seedhouse, morning from Wales. Morning to you as well, buddy. Good to have you here. Any insight on NXT? I don't really know about NXT. Eugene Cunningham, have 1,000 Tron on my Banker network wallet. Forgot about the Tron migration. Any advice, please? Only $40. You'd need to kind of look at the Tron support and see if they can advise you on that. I don't know if the Banker network, if they actually supported the migration. So you could write to the support at Banker to see what to do with them, Eugene. Lucas, in regards to previous holds, ESZ, XBP, UUU, is it wasting time by not liquidating them and adding to the 3 to 6, or do you support long-term portfolios still? Still support long-term portfolios. I still think Easy Sports, you've got XBP, Blitz Predict, and UUU network, the U network, I think long-term, I think is going to be really good for all of them. So these are long-term holds. So the long-term holds I've called in the past, these were for kind of buy and forget. The price has gone down a lot by 50, 60, 70% on some of them, as has the whole market. We've been honest, when I first kind of called them out, the whole market's kind of gone down, or the whole altcoin kind of market's gone down by that. So yeah, these are kind of long-term holds. I think Ether Sports could be really good. Same with Blitz Predict as well, and U-Network as well. I think they're all long-term holds in a kind of long-term portfolio. The 3 to 6 strategy, the kind of banker cycle strategy, and the 725 MA strategy, these are for trading. These are really trading strategies. So there's still long-term holds there. So have a long-term portfolio, and then just trade with a certain amount that you've got left for the 3 to 6 strategy if you're in that just now. Lucas, that's what I would do. That's what I'm doing. I was going to say that's what I would do. That's what I'm doing. I've got long-term holds, likes of BABB, likes of Ether Sports, Blitz Predict, U-Network as well, and what was the other one? Electrify Asia, long-term hold, was down like freaking 80% or something since I bought it, but it's a long-term hold. So I'm talking, when I say long-term in crypto, for me, long-term is going to be 6 months to a year. That's a long-term hold for me, because there's no way you can predict what's going to happen in 2, 3, 4, 5 years time. So we can't say. So long-term for me is hold it for 6 months to a year, then evaluate it then, or evaluate it every 6 months, see what it's doing, see what the team's doing, see what they're coming up with, see if there's any other competitors that are doing it better, and then decide if you're going to stay in it or get out of it. That's my thoughts on it. Obviously do your own research and all that, but that's my thoughts on that. Well, Bill Nadzo, be careful guys, PCN got wrecked today, always take profits or initial investment. PCN, it's PCN. Peepcoin, 86% down. Holy shit. What happened there? So it was up at 19 or 20 Satoshi. It's now down to 2 Satoshi. Oh my goodness, 86% lost obviously. So I wonder what happened with Peepcoin. So I'm taking that as a speculative kind of coin. Right, so I'm just looking on the Twitter feed just now, just during the 22nd. Right, I'm just going to look. So what they're saying on Medium. DApp's Peepcoin project will now be DApp's project, important community announcement. Right, that's not really telling you much. Yeah, I don't know what's happened there. So yeah, it's important to, and I kind of say this, I can't stress this enough, always kind of set a stop loss whenever you're going into a project, or whenever you're investing or trading. Always set your stop loss. And what I've advised the premium members to do just now is, if you're going into one of the calls that I've made this morning, is to set a 6% stop loss. So you're never ever going to lose any more than 6%, unless something shoots down and it goes way past and it just jumps past your kind of stop loss. But we're kind of trading coins on kind of Binance, the likes of KuCoin, Bittrex, places like that. So you shouldn't see price drops like that. It's usually on the smaller exchanges that happens. Where is Peepcoin listed actually? What markets? Yeah, so smaller exchanges, Coin Exchange, Blue Trade, Cryptopia, Blue Trade again, Trade Satoshi. So usually these kind of things happen on the smaller exchanges, not the likes of Binance. You can get it obviously if some big news comes out, but set your 6% stop loss. FRST in the same position as Petrova, Liam Hunt. FRST, we're just going to have a look at these. FRST, first coin. So it's the 39. Oh my goodness. $17.16 first coin was. Oh, we looked at this last week, didn't we? Yeah, somebody told me about this last week. I thought I remembered this. Somebody told me about this, and I thought, oh, this could be a good time to get in on this. But I didn't really look at it after it again. So it went up to 10 cents, now down to 2 cents. Its lowest ever, I believe. Well, near its all-time low. So I don't know what happened with that. So you have to be really careful out there when you're kind of trading. Great question, Lucas. Mark Innes. Oh, that was talking about Ether Sports and Blitz Predict and stuff like that. Yeah. It's because what happens, I think what happens when there's a down market and Bitcoin price kind of shoots down and keeps going down and keeps going down, a lot of people just get out of the smaller coins and just kind of hold the kind of bigger coins or try and trade their way out of it. And I still think trading is a good way in a bear market to kind of make money. We've shown that, we've proved that as well. In the premium group, I'm not saying everybody's making money, but they're not losing a lot of money, and that's why you want to protect your money as well, so you have to be really careful. Donny Don Matthew, but they pulled the plug on dApps and said there will be no swap because the previous dev holds a lot of coins of PCN and has been dumping. Ah, right. So that's why I'm PCN. It was taken over by new devs called dApps. They offered a one-to-one swap with that. Right, I'm with you. So the developers have just kind of screwed everybody over, it looks like. Okay, I think that's all the questions at the moment. There was a couple of ones we were asked to kind of look at. Game credits. That's been a good one in the past. I'm talking from a kind of trading point of view. Has been as high as $6.61. It's on a low just now. What we're at just now, 63 cents. So back in April it started to climb, beginning of April, but has been as low as what, 199 Satoshi. It's now for 10,000, and it has been as high as 45,000 Satoshi. So I don't know too much about it. Obviously we can guess kind of what it is, but I don't know too much about it. Currency of G Nation, game credit, universal currency and virtual wallet for 2.6 billion gamers worldwide. So big market, if they're kind of getting that market, if they're actually capturing the market, then it could be a good one. Just by looking at it just now, obviously don't know much about it at all. What's the Telegram? I always like to look at the Telegram group. 697 members in Telegram group. For me, that's not good. That's not good to look at that. But they might have. It might be kind of somewhere else they're using it. What is kind of GitHub? Positive 22, people 2, project 0. Have they got Reddit as well? They've got a Discord channel as well. So I don't know, being really honest, but just kind of looking at the price and stuff like that as well. Monica, would you ever do a live discussion session with other crypto YouTubers? That would be fun to watch. Yeah, I would, because there's a lot of YouTubers I kind of really like. Vin Ferretti, I think he's brilliant as well. He's got really good TA. He does short-term TA as well, and I like that. He's got that same kind of energy and vibe that I like. Is kind of me. He's just honest. He's open. He's very authentic. He's really enthusiastic as well. Just a young guy, but he knows a shitload. So I'd recommend kind of Vin Ferretti. I'd love to do a kind of an interview and a talk with him as well. Data Dash, Nicholas Merton as well. I'd love to do an interview with him. Keith Waring, the guy who swears all the time. I think he's really funny. He's brilliant. There's a couple of them as well. There's another really funny guy, and I can't remember his name. It was really funny, but very dry, very droll, but extremely funny. I'm just going to try and find him, just to go through my subscriptions here. See if I can find him. Where is he? Okay, so I watched him yesterday as well. No, I can't see it. I can't. Oh, there he is. Crypto Daily.
Can't fall below 600. He did once for about an hour.
I think he's really good as well. I think he'd be... Yeah, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do it. So, yeah, I'm starting to network more in the crypto world, but I keep saying this is meant to be a part-time gig. For me, it was only meant to be, at the most, maybe do this live and then do a couple of kind of searches and kind of get to the news and stuff like that. So at the most, maybe 2 hours per day, but it's turning into so much more. And there's more and more people joining the premium group. If you want to do that, obviously click the link down below as well. But we've got such an amazing group of people in the premium group and in the free group as well. The free group is not actually as active as the premium group. So if we look at the premium group just now, premium group has got 155 members and the free group has got 447 members. But the premium group is way more active and it's such a brilliant group. We've just got together an amazing group of people, and I think that's just the energy of that group, and it's going to be like that for a long time. We don't stand for any shit in there, and to be honest, we've never really had to deal with anybody in the premium group. In the free group, we've had to deal with shillers and kind of people promoting their own stuff and kind of abusiveness and stuff like that. Not that much compared to other groups. Crypto Crow is good as well. I like Crypto Crow. Mervyn Skidmore's Crypto Daily, yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about. That's the one I've just found. Lucas, Salacia, is it Galacia or Salacia? Do I miss out the G or do I miss out the S? Premium group is amazing. It really is amazing. And even joining the premium kind of monthly group for $37 a month is worth it just to join the group without even me doing the calls or doing all the kind of reports that you're going to get as well. It's just brilliant. Eugene Cunningham, Tyler S. Never heard of Tyler S. So I've got a couple of minutes, so we'll look at Tyler S. I've never... So the other ones, I'll just go back to who I subscribe to. So that'll give you a better... Crypto Viewing, don't really watch a lot. Kenny Crypto is good as well. Crypto 99, Crypto Bobby was good. I've never really seen him much just now. World Crypto Network, Crypto Candor, Cryptos Are Us, Sale Daddy 1. I don't really watch. Crypto Bud, I like Crypto Bud a lot as well. Tone Vase, obviously I like to watch him. He's got a contrarian view. Well, would it be classed as contrarian? Tone Vase. He's always talking about Bitcoin going back down to kind of $1,000 or something. Not always, but I like to listen to his kind of show, and he's got a show with a couple of other people as well. Jimmy and I can't remember her name, Leah, I think it is. They've got a show and it's quite good. Vincent Briatore, I'm going to unsubscribe from him. I don't like him as much. To be honest, I did like him at the beginning when I first got into crypto, but I'm going to unsubscribe. Crypto Viewing as well. Who else? Vin Ferretti. Crypto. Oh, that's the other one. I think this guy is really good. Crypto Bitcoin Chris. I think he's brilliant. He's just honest, authentic, and just talks about crypto the way we do here as well. Just the news, what your thoughts are, and stuff like that as well. Crypto Love is good, but he's kind of a bit in your face. I still like Superman. I've not seen any Superman kind of videos there. I think Superman is funny. I know he's got a big ego and he's very narcissistic, but I just like him. I think he's quite funny as well. Keith Waring, as I said, he's good as well. Crypto Lark, love as well. Think he's just very genuine as well. Another one of those genuine people. Think he's brilliant as well. So there's a few good ones out there as well. Crypto Zero, he's really good as well. I think he's brilliant as well. Oh, there he is. There's Superman there. We'll just see if he's still up to his usual antics. He's still singing. I just find him quite funny. Superman. Keith Waring is fun to watch. NSFW though, yeah. You have to be careful because he does swear a lot in that. Crypto Twins are so funny. Crypto Twins, never looked at Crypto Twins. Or have I? Crypto Twins.
After the months and even years you spent slaving away,
yada yada,
researching.
Oh, scripted. They ain't talking. I
think they're addressing a big problem.
We're going to have to check out them more. Crypto Twins, I like them. FUD TV is very good. Yeah, FUD TV is good as well. I like FUD TV. I'm subscribed to them as well. Vincent AOA. 1 cent. LOL. World Crypto Network. Yeah, I've got them as well. Donny Don Matthew, if you're looking to consider, do check out Coin Mastery, done by Carter Thomas. He does do good TA. Coin. I like TA. I'm getting more and more into TA. And I said at the very beginning when I first got into this, I only like to kind of, alright, I think am I subscribed already? Coin Mastery. Yeah, I'm subscribed already to Coin Mastery. I've never seen his videos for, yeah, he doesn't put out regular videos. It's like once a week or something. So I'm subscribed to him as well. World Crypto Network, yeah, I've got. Stephen Pauling has a great TA in my opinion. Recently changed name to Crypto Crew. I think you've mentioned them before a couple of times, Gethin. Mervyn Skidmore the Moon, love that guy's pink jacket. I'll need to check all these out. Did you notice Livecoin is down just now? No, I didn't. I didn't notice it was down. Just going to check on. I'm just going to see if there's any price movement because this is a Livecoin one. It doesn't look as if there is. Very strange with Dig have their announcement today. I hope this isn't another exchange con so we can't dump our Dig. So it's not today, I don't believe. It's going to be tomorrow for the big announcement for Dig. I'm hoping it's not a big con as well, but I can't see it with Ronnie Moas kind of pushing it so much. I honestly can't see it because he's going to lose all his reputation is big for him, Ronnie Moas, obviously as well. But he'll just kind of lose that reputation that he's built so long, that it's taken so long to build up if Dig goes down. So I can't see it, to be honest, but we need to wait and see. It could be one big massive con Dig. Rafi, good morning to you. The Modern Investor. I'm going to have to look at all these after because I do like, I've not got a lot of time to kind of check out crypto channels, but I do like to look at them. King Ebo, I recommend checking out the Moon channel. Ignore name, LOL, not a shiller. He does daily BTC TA. It's very knowledgeable. Excellent. And thanks for that, Moon channel. Still got time. Good channel, Sunny Decree. BitMEX Trading, Chris Cash. BitMEX Trading. I've never used BitMEX yet. A lot of people spoke about that, but I don't like doing it on leverage. I think you could just lose a lot of money on leverage for BitMEX. But I keep looking at it. The more and more I get into TA and the better I get at TA. I'm thinking about it. You could lose a tonload of money as well though, but you have to be really careful. Steve, among the exchange tokens, would you look at grabbing APH costs? Costs I did look at before because I thought, okay, the actual exchange coins are going to do really good. APP, app coins. Is that the one you... APH, sorry. I didn't think it was app. Must have had that in mind. Aphelion, right. So 5 million market capitalization. It just depends on how many users it's got. So I need to look at the kind of numbers about the number of users and the kind of growth rate as well, because that determines what's going to happen. But it doesn't determine what's going to happen in the future. But looking at a growth rate for the number of users that join an exchange is a good indication of where it's going to head in the future. For Binance, you just kept on seeing it going up month after month after month after month. And I wish I'd gone to Binance at the very beginning. That's why I was looking at the smaller ones. Like, I didn't look at Aphelion, to be honest, but Cost, I looked at that as well, and I thought this might be a good one to get in. But a lot of people are saying that's not got a good user experience as well. 13 million market capitalization, has been as high as $2.91 down to 11 cents. So I thought, okay, now it's time to start looking at smaller exchanges, but I need to look into it and see what the growth rates are, or see how many users are signing up per month. And I don't think that is readily available, to be honest. But I am looking at all the exchange coins. It's just I've not had time to research them all properly, because I thought about starting to write a report, getting a list of all the exchange coins together and saying, okay, these are going to be the top ones. These are the ones I recommend. It's just getting the time to do that. It's just an absolute nightmare. Ready Set Crypto, another one for YouTube. Good. Sean Dubs, hey, what are your thoughts on OKX, and do you know about their fees? They have had more volume on Binance lately. OKX, obviously the exchange. Are you talking about as a coin? I don't know if they've got a coin out. I would imagine they have. As an exchange, I've got an OKX account. I've signed up for about 25 different exchange accounts, but I've never used them all, obviously. Gethin Davis, I don't remember mentioning that channel before, but it must have been somebody else that's mentioned that channel, Gethin. In fact, Aurora is a token for IDEX. They have a staking program. Yeah, so I've got some Aurora coins, but I think it was airdropped to me, but I still hold them. Not that many, to be honest. And I did look at that, but there's so many negative kind of views on IDEX. However, having said that, it could be one if they can manage to turn it around, because the technology is changing all the time. And with these decentralized exchanges like IDEX, this could be absolutely huge if you just kind of bought and held and stake it as well. It could be really good as well. So I do want to do a deep dive into the exchange coins and look at every single one of them and see what the benefits are, but it's just going to take a shitload of time to do that. Rafi, Steve, can you take a look at Cardano? I've looked at that at the very beginning, Cardano, and I said that could be a good one for the future. I do believe in Cardano. I think it's going to be a brilliant long-term hold. Even buying at these prices, dollar cost averaging down, I think is going to be a brilliant long-term hold. Just my opinion. Do your own research, not your dad. Put your big girl pants on, big boy pants on, all that shit. But you have to do your own research. But I do think it's going to be a good one for the future. And the market exchange, right, okay. I've never really used OKX. I don't think I have in the past. I might have done it way back when I was first starting. How about Switch.io for a small exchange? Could be good as well, Switch.io. Finally, Tron was just listed in BitMEX. Yeah, so on BitMEX for the futures, Tron has been listed, but the listing has been delayed since Binance had delayed kind of going back online live yesterday. So that has been delayed, the Tron listing for the Tron futures contracts. I think that could be good. It could be go the other way as well, because a lot of people might short. They might short Tron in the futures contracts. So we need to wait and see what happens with it. But at these prices, it could be that a lot of people go long as well, and they buy the contracts long as well. So we need to wait and see. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Hopefully you found that useful. If you like these videos, obviously crush the likes. If you like them, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment after this live finishes as well, to let me know if you have any questions, or if you've got any thoughts on what we've been talking about as well. And another thing as well, if you're in a premium group, I'm trying to get together a Trust Pilot account. I think it's £149 a month or something like that though, so I don't know if I can put it on the website. So if you're in a premium group, I'd love a testimonial from you, or a review from you for Crypto Monthly and the Crypto Program. But if you just wait until I get the Trustpilot account, see if I can get that in place, and then we'll take it from there. And it was all to do with kind of yesterday, somebody was calling this, we'll very quickly go on that actually, because somebody called this channel a shilling channel in a pump and dump group. It was Nick Smith, but I have to be honest, Nick Smith, I kind of wrote back to him and said, so Nick Smith had just came about and just said it's a pump and dump group, and he called out data. He said, how did you know about data that it was going to go up by 60-70%? I've done TA for ages and I couldn't see it, so how did you see it? So I showed him this chart and said this is where I called it, and the way I do TA is one of the ways is to look at the 6-hour candles, and if there's 2 green candles above the 15 EMA, then I'll go for it. And you can see here, this is where I called it, kind of shot up about 60-70%. A lot of people got in, got back out, but even if you got out at that price, you're still a good 30-40%. But Nick Smith was kind of big enough to apologise. So hi Steve, first of all I'd like to start with an apology if you aren't doing P&Ds. For what it's worth, I believe you. So he's kind of been big enough, so he was big enough to say it was a shill group or it was a pump and dump group as well, but he was also big enough to apologise once I showed him the evidence and kind of my thinking on it as well. So thanks Nick. I do appreciate conversations like that because it helps my channel as well, but I didn't appreciate being called a pump and dump kind of group for the premium group, because it certainly isn't a pump and dump group. It's just a brilliant group of people, and we make calls every day to see what could go up, what could shoot up as well, based on specific short-term TA strategies and based on the compounding factor as well. So if you can take $1,000, 73 trades at 10% each on each trade, you can get to $1 million on 73 trades if you get 10% on each of them. Not always easy, obviously, in a market like this, but that's what the 3 to 6 strategy is all about. So if you want to join us as well, join us with the links down below. You can join our monthly program. It's only $37. It is going up to $97. Well worth it still at $97, but you can get in just now at $37. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. I know I appreciate your time. I know you could be doing other things, but I really appreciate your time, and I will speak to you tomorrow. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.